never bought anything from Lululemon before. Let me just go and see what they got, right? Bro, before even touching the pants, the tag is already sticking out. $128 freaking dollars.
I can't talk because I literally just tried to spend
$180
to try to buy a Supreme box logo. Yeah. That's different. That's a lifestyle.
That is not different. That is the same exact thing, James.
I don't know. I disagree. I don't agree with that. No. But if you ask me, I think that being lazy is actually more optimal than being a hard worker. And this is why. It may sound a little backwards, but just hear me out for a little bit, okay?
What's up?
If you could be someone for a day, who would you be and why?
Oh, easy. Miles Morales.
I know you always wanted to be black. Hey, man. Hey, it's all good, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. I get it.
All right. Recording is back on. The Zoom is recording. The camera. And the camera is recording as well.
I'm just going to take a seat right here and get all comfortable. Nice and warm.
Are you good?
I don't know.
Are you prepared?
What do you think?
I am G Money. I am G Money.
G Money. G Money.
G Unit.
All right, and we're back.
And we are back for another episode of the Why Not Podcast. It's your boy Carl.
And it's your boy James.
And we are excited to bring you another episode of the pod. Before we start the episode, I just want to ask you, like, I walked into Lululemon the other day, right? Because there's a Lululemon inside of Virginia Beach Town Center.
Okay.
And I'm over here like, you know what? I've never bought anything from Lululemon before. Let me just go and see what they got, right? I go in there, and because I've been seeing this ad on YouTube where it's just like, the ABC everyday pants are the most comfortable pants that you will ever wear in your life. And I'm like, let's test this theory out. So I go to Lululemon, and I walk in there, and everyone in Lululemon's already weird enough. There's always like employees that are wearing like Lululemon gear, knowing damn well they don't wear that every single day of their life. It just doesn't look like their style. And I walk in there and I see the pants and I'm like, all right, let's try this thing out. Bro, before even touching the pants, the tag is already sticking out. $128 freaking dollars. $128 for these pants. Are you joking? Like, oh my goodness, like, are you literally joking right now of like the cost of these pants? Like, I cannot do it.
What kind of pants were these?
Lululemon pants, ABC everyday pants from Lululemon are $128.
You know what's funny is that people who really like Lululemon, they really represent Lululemon.
Bro, I am telling you, like, everything in Lululemon is overpriced. Like their bag. So I bought Jasper this Lululemon bag.
Okay.
And it's like $50. Bye, Taya. $50 for this Lululemon bag. And it's like the sling bag that we use. My sling bag was like $10. It was so cheap. Why does it cost that much? So I go in and I try these pants on. First of all, like I said, I see the price. I'm like, $128. I didn't even want to touch the pants. But you know, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try the pants on to see if this is really worth that $128. And you know what? It was.
I'm currently looking up why is Lululemon so expensive, because I'm actually very, very curious myself, bro. Quality materials. Okay. Lululemon uses premium fabrics that are designed to be durable, moisture wicking, and comfortable. These high quality materials can contribute to the higher price point. Originally answered, why does Lululemon cost so much? So I guess it's due to the materials, but I don't know. I've never owned anything Lululemon, so I can't really say.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay, you're good.
Never mind.
Oh, no? I mean, you gotta go take a phone call at school.
No, it's okay.
I keep them.
Okay, yeah, you keep them entertained.
Yeah. I kind of like this. All right. Hey, guys. Oh, there. Hey, guys. So this is the James head talking portion, where it's just your boy James, and I just want to talk with you for a little bit. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. Well, Carl does his thing. He got to make a business call. You know, he's a busy man. I hope you guys are doing okay today. Right now, we are currently shooting another episode of the podcast, and we're not, shooting another episode right behind a previous one at the same exact location, and we didn't just change clothes to pretend that this is another day, as if we're trying to pretend like you guys don't understand the simple idea of the fact that we have to shoot so many episodes, and we're not acting like you guys don't have common sense and don't understand that, Anyways, I am trying to remember what I wanted to talk to Carl about today, but I don't. So it's going to be a very interesting episode. I really am thankful for you guys who are listening to the podcast and who are taking the time to support us. Honestly, it's really amazing. Shout out to all you guys who reshare our things, reshare our reels. I work really hard on them, and I really hope that you guys are finding them funny, entertaining, educational, however you guys feel. Feel free to let us know if there's anything that you guys want to talk about. I know that you guys have already sent in some things, and we will discuss them. We just haven't gotten the time to do that yet because there are also a lot of things that we want to talk about. So definitely feel free to DM us and send us your ideas. Carl has been gone for a little longer than I was expecting, but that's okay. Listen, okay. This goes out for all of my lactose intolerant friends and family members. If you are lactose intolerant, I think at one point I used to be lactose intolerant when I first started going to college back in 2013. That lets you know how old I am. But honestly, keep drinking milk and keep eating ice cream, because I feel like the more you do it, even though it kind of sucks at the moment, your body gets used to it. And I mean, for all my lactose intolerant friends and family, it's not gonna stop us. Like,
praise God.
Cheese is amazing, and ice cream, I'm not turning that down ever. It's just facts. And if I have to go and my heart out for enjoying a nice bowl of chocolate chip cookie ice cream, it is what it is. I'm just a messenger. Anyways, welcome back, Carl. I'm glad that you're back.
You will never stop making me eat rice.
Me too. I eat a lot of rice.
No, it's like, this is the thing that I was trying to talk about, right? Is that, like, if you're going to make a workout plan and you're going to make something within like a diet plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you have to stop eating rice. Hop off. I'm Asian. It's part of my culture. I eat rice with everything. I just have to limit how much rice I have to eat. Mm. Don't tell me to stop eating rice.
You know what's funny? People talk about Asians eating rice a lot. Africans eat a lot of rice too.
I'm sure.
Like white rice.
Or Hispanics.
Jello fries. Bro, Jello fries will be a hit right now.
I've never had that.
Bro, it's so good.
You know how to make it?
I've made it one time, but I don't remember by heart, so I'd have to look it up.
I would love to try it out.
I got you. I'll get you some.
Yeah, no, it's like, don't tell me to stop eating rice. I'm never gonna do it. Anyway, we were talking about Lululemon, and I feel like, man, the amount of money we're putting into these brands are ridiculous, dude.
I can't talk because I literally just tried to spend $180 to try to buy a Supreme box logo. Yeah, that's different. That's a lifestyle.
That is not different. That is the same exact thing, James.
I don't know. I disagree. I don't agree with that. No.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. It's just like, okay, given, right? It's like, if you feel any type of hoodie, like if you were blindfolded,
yeah,
would you be able to tell what is Supreme and what's not?
Yeah, the box logos, absolutely. Feel this. Shout out to the neighborhood. This is a dope hoodie.
I really like this hoodie.
Supreme hoodies, especially the box logos, are so thick and the quality is really good. The reason why I say,
but there's a lot of other thick hoodies out there that I can put in front of you that feel just like a Supreme hoodie.
That is true, but the reason why Supreme is different is with Lululemon. I can walk into a Lululemon store whenever I want and purchase something. The box logo that I tried to purchase sold out in 39 seconds.
But that's just because people are addicted to that kind of thing. It's not.
Mm-hmm, you're right.
It's just an addiction at that point. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're saying, like, yes, it's a lifestyle, but then at the end of the day, it's like, I can find a hoodie at this same type of quality and spend like $100 less. I promise you, I can find, like, okay, given you've seen my shout out to Brian Puspo's Vanguard Originals. I love your stuff. I will have so many of your stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But it's just the fact of, like, I have a hoodie from him, and it feels like given it was an expensive hoodie to buy.
Yeah.
But after wearing it, and then after wearing different stuff, and I feel like it's just the same spiel within all of like within the fashion industry. Crazy material, quality material. What makes it quality? That makes it so different from any other brand. I feel like we're never going to get to that because we're all going to end up using the same quality of stuff. So it's like I can go to Target like and buy something from the Goodfellow Target brand that costs us way cheaper than all these like big money companies that are like $200 for a hoodie when I can buy the same quality hoodie from Target that's for $28 or $30. And that I do not mind. So anything that's going to save my wallet, awesome. But it's the drip.
Yeah.
That's what people want. It's the drip. It's the flex. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to bash on anyone who wears these type of hoodies. Like, bro, if it's your life, go ahead, wear whatever you want to wear. I'm not telling you not to wear it. I'm just saying, like, if you're coming from, like, take your wallet and your funds into consideration, my boy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because $128, like, it would have to be touched, signed, or something special has to have been done to it for me to be able to buy it for $128. And I feel like I just didn't grow up as like a Supreme guy, so I wouldn't be able to relate. But I'm guessing it's valid for you because you really love Supreme.
So for me, honestly, I'm not into Supreme as much as I used to be. The reason why I got into Supreme is because I remember very vividly. My boy Ty Nguyen, shout out to Ty. I was working one day at CVS, and I got a text from him, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow at 11 a.m.?" Yeah. I was like, "Oh, I don't know, just working. I don't know." No. I think I said I was off, and he was like, "All right, cool. I need you to do something for me tomorrow at 11 a.m. I need you to go to the Supreme website. I need you to try and buy this box logo. If you buy this hoodie for me, I will pay you back and more." I said, "Bet." I tried to do it. It sold out so fast and my current computer couldn't handle it. And I was just so confused with what happened. And then eventually I started to realize how hype it was to get this. And I don't know how to explain it, but like I got so intrigued and interested. I was like, you know what? People are snatching this up so quickly. I want to see what this is about. So I remember just trying my best to like always cop something every Thursday at 11 a.m. because Supreme would drop something. Yeah. And that's when it all started, honestly. Now, Supreme is kind of dead ever since the Crossbox logo happened and people bought it. But I only try to buy it once or twice a year, and that's usually when they drop their box logos. But to finish off with what I was saying, the reason why I like Supreme is the drip. I don't really care about the drip as much as I used to. I think what it is whenever I see someone else wearing Supreme, I just think, I think you're a cool person. You know, I say this to people all the time too. If you're driving a car and you have like anime stickers on your car, I just think that you're a cool person. I think you may have a cool personality. Yeah, for sure. And I'm not trying to say that, I'm walking around because I'm trying to be cool. Not really, because again, I don't really buy Supreme anymore. But I just like the idea of like sometimes like me just wearing Supreme ends up starting a conversation with someone else who's into it. Yeah. And then like for me, it's community. And also the box logos actually do feel really good.
True. I feel like it comes down to the point to where you really, if you're not buying it too much, if you're buying it every now and then, like what you do, you say that you wait for like every like year to at least buy one. Yeah, that's sensible. That is very sensible. But if you're a person that's constantly on the drops, and it's like a lifestyle at the end of the day, like you said, and whenever because I know that there are like people who auto generate stuff on their computer just to be able to like buy it as soon as it drops.
I used to do that.
Really? Like you know how to do that?
Yeah, I remember. Well, I didn't actually code it, but I remember at one point.
It's a coding.
I bought a bot that'll help me with purchasing some things. But this is when I used to resell. This is when I used to buy Supreme to resell it to make a profit.
Oh, you did that stuff?
Yeah. Wow. That's the main reason why I got into Supreme. Is because I would buy it and then I would resell it and make money off of that, and then it was like a little side hustle that I did. What was your profit like whenever you were selling stuff off? It really just depends. For example, if I were to buy a box logo back in the day, you buy a box logo for like $160 with tax and shipping. It's like $170. I could resell that for $400, $500, $600, depending on.
Wow. Yeah. That is wild, man. It's like the lengths that people will go to just like buy a piece of clothing or like. So see, the thing is, it's different for me, right? Clothing, but shoes, most definitely I would I would drop fat money on shoes if it's shoes that I really like. But then see, the thing is, I kind of like drifted off of that nowadays because it's like I love wearing trainers. Yeah. So it's like all like the most I've spent on a shoe lately was like probably my New Balances, and they were like, I would say they were about like 150, 160. But then that's the thing though, if it's quality, if I know that this is a quality shoe and it's not just any other shoe, I will buy it. You know what I mean? And like those New Balances, they feel exactly like Hoka's. Like, you know, the Hoka running shoes?
I don't think I know Hoka.
Hoka's are nice. You should try it. I feel like those are the kind of shoes that I would wear dancing now.
Okay.
Because I remember back then, I used to just love to dance in like bulky Air Force Ones. And like, given it's great because it's like the classic dancer shoe. But if you just want to be able to like move lighter and then, because, I know Nike came out with a dance shoe too.
Is it the dance shoe with like the little circle on
I think so, because the Kinjas were like repping it. Bailey Sock was wrecking it because she's also like a partner for Nike. And I saw that they made a dancing shoe and they put like all these like dancers in a commercial and then they were just dancing with it, and it just I feel like a dancer shoe is anything. You know what? This is something I do want to talk to you about. Okay. Who established the dancer fit? You know what? And I know you know what dancer fit I'm talking about.
The dancer fit.
The dancer fit of like big t-shirt, big sweatpants, and like really nice shoes. Either if it was like Jordans or Air Force Ones. Like Air Force Ones is like an essential shoe.
Honestly, if you ask me, and I could be wrong about this, but this is just based off of like my own understanding of like hip hop culture, but I think that a lot of inspiration came from just hip hop, and a lot of it came from b-boys. Like I know in the breakdancing community back in the day, a lot of people used to wear like tracksuits and bucket hats.
Oh, and then like Pumas.
Yeah, Pumas.
Like the suedes.
Yeah.
Or gazelles or whatever.
And I don't know, maybe that has somehow still carried on till today. I know that we don't really wear tracksuits anymore.
Tracksuits are fire though.
But if you do see someone with a tracksuit and then like a bucket hat, you automatically think that person's a b-boy because that's just how it was back in the day. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a random thought. I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong.
The whole history of like hip hop coming in and like with the way that they used to dress back then, like how they used to dress was definitely like a statement of like who they were as a person, and how like b-boying came to be. Like this is definitely going like, this is just like a little tidbit, right? So if you guys ever go on Netflix and watch a show called The Get Down, it shows you basically kind of like the history of how hip hop kind of rose from like the start of New York, and it started with DJs and MCs, and then whatever the DJs played, like that's what b-boys would dance to, and then it would just get into this new whole culture of hip hop, and it was just like, it's always mesmerizing for me to learn more of like dance history, and especially like street dance history, like of where it comes from, where it originated from, how did it come to be, the little cultures that we follow as dancers. It's actually really interesting, to be honest. And yeah, man, it's just like, you know, shoes for quality reasons is like I would definitely drop like I wouldn't say huge amount of money, but I would drop at least like, most I'll probably drop on a shoes like $200.
I've never been much of a sneakerhead myself. I do like shoes, but I can't lie. I've never really understood the whole like sneakerhead thing. But then again, I used to buy Supreme, so a lot of people don't understand that. So I get it.
I don't think you guys understand the amount of like Supreme James had like in his room when I first met him. Or like just the amount of Supreme stuff he had in general. Like you had a Supreme speaker.
Yeah.
He has a Supreme lighter.
Yeah, I got that too.
That was wild. He has a Supreme lamp.
I still have that hanging over my bed.
Like, I don't think you guys understand how much this man truly loves Supreme. So if you guys want to give James a Christmas present, you guys know what to get him.
Honestly, if someone were to buy me Supreme for my Christmas present, that'd actually be very surprising. I wouldn't expect it. I would appreciate it. You don't got to do that though.
You don't got to do it.
But yeah, man, we got a lot of things we got to talk about today, you know?
Yeah. So what is the thing that you wanted to talk about with me? Because I know you wanted to talk to something about me.
So here's the thing. Me and Carl, we're very close. You know, he's my boy. But you know what I never do with you?
What?
Debate.
Oh, no.
I never debate with you.
Yeah, we're usually always on the same page.
So I know that this is something the reason I wanted to bring this up is because we had like we talked about it for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
And then I was like, wait, hold on, stop, shut up. Let's talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah. We always have those moments. We always have them.
I want to ask you a question.
What's up?
What is more proficient? laziness versus hardworking? What's more efficient?
I feel like hardworking is going to be a top thing for me, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's just what was shown throughout my life on what I needed to do to get to the top, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like given. It's like I'm not like this is me basically just putting my family on blast. Like we were some lazy people. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I never wanted to fall into that category of lazy, and I never wanted to. So if there was any way that given I wasn't the brightest in school. Everybody who knows me knows that. Like I never liked the idea of school. I never liked tests. I never liked exams. So it was just like I was always wanting to be like a creative in some sorts because I feel like creatives run the world. And so whenever you get to like a creative point, like I feel like to be able to be creative, like you just have to be such like a hardworking person. And for me, it's like even though someone will be smarter than me, I know that I can outwork the fuck out of them. Like I will like for me, it's like especially where I work at is like there's a lot of intelligent people that I work with, and I feel like I'm not at that level of intellect. But what I do know is that I can work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like if I can outwork someone, then that's all it takes. So it's like I believe in the whole concept of like work smarter, not harder. Mm-hmm. But like I just believe like what I've always known was to just work hard. Like that was it.
Okay. I do. So here's the thing. So, working hard will always trump talent. Any day. You can be
any day.
Yeah, you could be super talented, but the hard worker can always surpass the person who's just based off of pure talent. You gotta
be obsessed.
Granted, if you're talented and you're a hard worker, then you're a boss. But if you ask me, I think that being lazy is actually more optimal than being a hard worker. And this is why. It may sound a little backwards, but just hear me out for a little bit, okay? I'm not saying that being a hard worker is not is a bad thing. You should be a hard worker. Being a hard worker is amazing. But when you really think about it, being lazy, when you're lazy, you don't want to work hard, which means that you want to find shortcuts or you want to still reach the place that you want to reach without working super hard. A great example of this is, let's say I want to be rich. I can work really hard, work as hard as I can. I can have 10 jobs, never sleep, just grind myself to $1 million. Or if I'm really lazy, instead of working really hard, I can still put in some work towards educating myself to find ways to make some money, to invest, to let my money work for me so that I'm not working for my money, to the point where I have enough assets to where I'm making enough money to get to being rich or having $1 million. I think that being lazy is necessary to progress. For example, the elevator. Someone made an elevator because they were too lazy to walk. They didn't want to walk. We got to think of an easier way to get up these stairs without having to walk.
We all do use elevators.
Exactly. So it's like, instead of just being a hard worker and just, taking the stairs route because, we got to get up to the level, you could think smarter and create a way to still accomplish that and make your life easier. And it all starts off with being lazy. But I will say this. If you're lazy, you still need to have the work ethic to work towards the issue, to work towards solving the problem.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, the reason why I do too, like try to like find ways to make my life easier through shortcuts. But I feel like I love to live upon a life through trial and error. And I love to, I feel like, what I think I'm getting to is it's going to have to come down to experience.
Absolutely.
Like given, like the reason why, like, I think shortcuts are great, but then if you have to experience that failure to be able to push you even more to where you got to be at. You know what I mean? So I definitely like agree with you of like having to find shortcuts, but then if that's just finding like the short road to get to where you need to be, but to be able to like truly succeed, to know where you're gonna have to be at, and if something slips up and if you fail, it's gonna have to come down to where it's like, oh, I failed, but I've gone through this before and I know what to do. So that's why where if you're going to be going through shortcuts and going through the long road, I feel like the experience of having to go through those trials and tribulations and then being able to come up from that and doing better moving forward. And so just in the cases of like if something bad were to happen, you already know what to do, and you also already have that mindset to where it's like, given I failed, because some people who take shortcuts, right, they're going to be like, why didn't the shortcut work? You know what I mean? But then people who take the long road are just like, oh, okay, this didn't work, but it's fine. Like, I've already gone through this before. I have the experience for it. I have the mindset. I'm going to continue to go. And I feel like it's always going to come down to experience.
I think that shortcut is maybe the wrong word for it. Because here's the thing. You can be lazy and you can try and get to the same place.
It's just a smarter way.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is a smarter way. But I also think that, like, it's not necessarily the easier way, you know, because you still have to put in a lot of work. If you own a business, rather than being an employee, like being an employee, you're working very hard. You're working on your life, you know, to get to where you want to get to. I'm getting a phone call. But if you are a business owner, like at that point, you're not working for anyone. You're working for yourself. But at the same time, you have people working for you. So it is still less work on you, but it is a new, it's new, what's the word I'm looking for? It's new responsibilities, and it's a different kind of difficulty. So I think that being lazy, I still think that being lazy is more efficient, and it still requires working hard. But I also I wouldn't say that it's still the easier route. I think it's just the smarter route. So you can be lazy. I'm not condoning laziness to the fullest, you know, like just sleep in your bed all day, because that's more than just being lazy. That's being lazy and being ignorant, because, you know, you're not trying to get out of your situation. But if you're being lazy, but you're still educating yourself, instead of thinking or working harder, you're trying to work smarter, I think that that's more optimal. And that way you get to, I guess, enjoy the fruits of life better. Like, I never want to trade my time.
I feel that. Yeah, most definitely. I feel that.
Yeah.
Like, definitely feeling because I feel like if you do work hard and you try to go through all those experiences, it's just like, you're losing valuable time to do other things. So that's where sometimes I will agree with you on that one, to where it's just like, because given, like, even for me sometimes, like, I know that I have to work really hard to get to where I want to be and to get like where I want my family to be at the end of the day. But then it's like, I don't want to work too much to the point to where it's like I'm starting to lose time away from like my significant other or my friends, or, you know, people that I just truly want to live this life with, because time is so precious. And to be able to find that, not shortcut, but try to find that more efficient way to do things, so that you don't have to do so much of the work and not wasting your time working too. And I wouldn't say wasting time, but it's like you're using your time up to do one thing when you could be doing something else that I think is more truly valuable. Because at the end of the day, right, it's like work, and then getting to that old age, the last thing you're going to be thinking about is money. I promise you this. You are not going to be thinking about money. Like, the last thing that you're going to be, you're probably going to be thinking about, did I leave enough money for my family? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you're going to be thinking about, like, did I have enough time to do all the things that I wanted to do? You know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day, valuable time is a lot more things that we want to look for, rather than, you know, working extra hard. Because I know a lot of like entrepreneurs and millionaires who have gotten to their old age say that, you know what I mean? It's like they try to find more efficient ways to, rather than not have to work so hard, to be able to enjoy other fruits of life, you know? So it's like, if I want to spend more time with my kids.
Oh, no, I want you to keep talking, but just like how you left me, I have to leave you for a second. So now we're going to have Carl and camera time.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But keep going, bro.
Okay, but yeah, all I'm going to be saying is that, like, Jason and I are both very busy people, and I don't think y'all understand. But the thing is with me is that every time I do go through life, and I've noticed this like growing up, and it's weird because it's like, if I'm going to be recording this, it's about to be my 24th birthday, and I feel like I didn't set that much stuff up for my life to be able to like get to where I need to be at my 20s and at my 30s. But I heard that whenever you get to your age of 20s, like, this is the time where you just work really hard, and you have enough time to enjoy when you're getting down to like your 30s and your 40s, and just really being able to enjoy time with like your family and stuff like that. But when it comes to the now, I don't want to feel like when I get older to be able to be on my deathbed and be like, did I have enough time or did I do it enough? Like, I want to know that I did do enough to spend time instead of having to work so much to where I needed to get to where I needed to be. And given it's going to help your family out in the end, but I've been learning to kind of like live in the present more rather than having to just constantly think about the future and constantly thinking about like, what's the next step? What's the, you know what I mean? It's like, I would love to live in the present and what I got to get done. But other than that, there is something that I did want to talk to you guys about. I'm going to be pulling this up here. Funny story time, right? So I just went out for one of my friends' 24th birthdays, and we usually do this like thing. We'll go to Virginia Beach oceanfront, and if it's somebody's birthday, we'll kind of just want to hang out over there and party and club, right? So if you guys know me for a while, I have gone through my fair share of partying and drinking, and like it's at an age, and you know, like, given if there's one thing that I wish that I could have gone through in my life, it's my innocence of my teenage years. Like, I wish I could have just enjoyed my life as a teenager so that I can enjoy things like this on my 20s. But we went to the oceanfront, and we were at Calypso, and it's like this club down there, Virginia Beach oceanfront, and we went through a whole night of partying. And it's coming down to the point of whenever I did get back into the Uber, and I was just over here like, yo, I really don't do this anymore. And it's like, you can fix the camera, James. But I feel like it just comes down to the point to where it's just like, you have to realize that you outgrow things, and you're really just not at that age anymore to where it's like, you just have to continue to enjoy your leisure. But yeah, my goodness, that was probably the most awkward time that I ever had to like talk, because I was just kind of caught off guard.
Hey man, you've done this to me multiple times, bro.
I have, dude.
I know what it tastes like.
Yeah, I do. But then no, I was just moving along the lines of, because I went to the Virginia Beach oceanfront the other day to celebrate. It was actually the day of Prelude, and you were out in Prelude, and I was over here enjoying a birthday party, and we went to the oceanfront to go party, and I just had this sudden realization, like, in the club, to where it's like, man, I really don't do this anymore, and I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't party anymore. And it's like, I made me appreciate, because my birthday's coming up too, so then I was debating what I wanted to do, whether it was just to be able to go party like what I usually do with all my friends. We go out to the oceanfront, we club, and we have a lit night, or we have a kickback, and just to enjoy each other's presence of being around, and just like seeing everyone, and not like, if we're gonna be drunk, I don't want to be drunk in an environment where I'm just like being blinded by other things. Like, I'm just gonna drink around my friends and just like be able to enjoy our moments that we have together. And I definitely think that I've grown within these last few years of like, I don't have to get drunk or go to a club to have a good time anymore. And yeah, it's a simple little thing. It's just like, just outgrowing the simple tendencies that I had, and being able to just like really enjoy my life and remember what's going on around me. Yeah. Well,
I know that I missed part of that conversation, but I will see that when I edit this video. So the reason, all right, listen, you saw that I put a timer on my phone.
Yeah.
We only have 5 minutes left.
Aww.
And I know that it kind of sucks because, like Carl said, we're both busy people, and soon we actually have to go, and we have some business to attend to. But I know that there are a lot of things that we wanted to talk about, but I want to see if there's anything else that we can kind of fit into this time. So before we I wanted to really get into this, but this is okay because we got to do a little bit more research on something. But what I want to do is, there are some people who have sent in some things that they wanted us to talk about. And one of those people being Sandra Milosevic, sent us a DM, and she wanted us to answer a question.
What's up?
If you could be someone for a day, who would you be and why?
having to live someone's life and know what it's like.
To make it fun, how about this? That person can also be non-fictional or fictional. Fictional.
Oh, that just makes it even hard. Oh, easy. Miles Morales.
Oh, that would be cool, but also very bittersweet.
Why?
Because your uncle.
No, but this is just the after effects of like, given I'm always going to know Uncle Ben, but then just to be able to live a life like Spider-Man.
I knew you always wanted to be black. Hey, man. Hey, it's all good, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. I get it.
No, but it's just to be Spider-Man. Like, I would definitely love to be Spider-Man for a day. And then, like, given it's probably going to be such hard work having to, like, fight crime and stuff like that. But just having that cool persona of being Spider-Man and no one knowing and just being able to, like, randomly shoot webs throughout my day. And just to get something, like, if I wanted you guys up close, I'd be like, James, make sure you add it.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I would definitely just love to be Spider-Man for a day and then go through like what they're going through on a day-to-day basis, like fighting crime and all that.
That's actually a really good answer.
I would love to be Spider-Man.
I'm actually a little jealous because now that you talked about it, I'm like, man, I want to be Miles Morales. But man, I don't even know who I would be, honestly. I feel like if I'm going to be anyone, it's probably going to be, you know what? This is going to sound weird. Taylor Swift. I would want to be Taylor Swift for a day. And the reason why is because people look at Taylor Swift as if she is a god. She has so much power. I don't know what her army is called, but let me tell you
Swifties.
They're
called Swifties.
The Swifties, they will take down empires and countries in the name of Taylor Swift. And you know what? Having that power for a day sounds kind of nice. My net worth, I'm sure, is over multiple billions.
She runs the NFL.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure that she does. I'm sure that she runs a lot of things.
No, the reason why I'm saying that she's been running the NFL is because she's currently dating an NFL star called Travis Kelce, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
What?
Yeah, he's a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's just crazy with the amount of like pull that she has with the NFL to where like I'm going through my NFL app and I think I'm going to get a football notification, but
You're good. Oh. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, I'll talk about it later.
Anyway, but yeah, just like she has been running the NFL app. Like all I'm seeing is notifications of Taylor Swift on my NFL app, and I'm just like, why? I would love to know about the players instead of knowing that Taylor Swift went to a game and cheered on her boyfriend. I don't get it. Why am I getting non-sports notifications from a sports app?
Because Taylor Swift is the empire of Earth right now.
Too much pull.
She is
way too much pull.
Way too much. But yeah, that's who I would want to be. I would want her power and her net worth, and just I will own like within that one day, within 24 hours, I will flip the world upside down, and everything will be for me. Chick-fil-A will be free and open on Sundays.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is great. But yeah, so we actually do have to head over to our practice like extremely soon.
Yeah.
So this is actually a really short episode. So you guys are going to be enjoying like a nice 30-minute talk with James and Carl. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for tuning into the Why Not podcast.
That's the alarm.
That is the alarm. Yep. So thank you for tuning into the Why Not podcast. Throughout all the shenanigans that we go through within our podcasts and throughout everything that we talk about, we really appreciate you guys for still being here, part of our journey. And we're just going to get better and better every single day. I feel like we come down to a point where we just really talk within like a natural flow of things.
Yeah.
And I love being able to sit down and talk to you about certain topics and just like catching up with the boy too, because I barely see you.
Yeah.
So, and we also just want to thank you guys for just, like I said, supporting us throughout this entire journey, for commenting on our stuff, for sharing our reels. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on Spotify as well. Give us some plays and also give us a rating. How do you guys like our podcast so far? And yeah, but until we film another episode, we shall see you then. So we'll hit him with a year.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah! And good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.